with the vision bright, skills to empower futures light. In Kenya schools we're on the rise, our dream takes flight to new heights. Oh, we're climbing step by step, building future strong and set. CBT, changing lives anew in CBT.
Then proceeding to part 2 of Java keywords. Remember, we did not finish all the Java keywords in part 1, and that's why we need to finish up with the following. The last bit that we concluded with was about the keywords which are used in control statements, but now we are supposed to proceed with these other keywords. We have a keyword called return. It exits from a method and optionally returns a value. Then we have native, which specifies that a method is implemented in a platform-specific native language, such as C or C++. Then the next keyword we have is synchronized, which ensures that a method or block of code can only be accessed by one thread at a time, making it thread safe. Then the next keyword we have is throw, which is used to throw an exception explicitly in the code. And then throws, which specifies that a method can throw an exception. It is used in a method declaration to indicate that the method may cause exceptions. Then the other keyword we have is void, and void specifies that a method does not return a value. Then the next keyword we have is final. This keyword is used to define constants, prevent method overriding, and prevent inheritance of classes. Once a value is assigned to a final variable, it cannot be changed. Then the next keyword we have is finally. And finally defines a block of code that will always be executed, regardless of whether an exception was thrown or not, typically used for cleanup actions. And then we have the keyword volatile, which indicates that a variable's value can be changed unexpectedly, and typically used in multi-threading environments to ensure that the latest value is always read. Then we have the next keyword, which we have as try. Try defines a block of code to test for exemptions. It is used together with catch, and finally blocks. Then try is used together with catch, and now catch is used to handle exceptions in a try-catch block. It defines a block of code that will be executed if an execution is thrown. Then the next keyword that we have is transient, which indicates that a field should not be serialized when the object is saved to a file. And then we have the next keyword, which is assert, which is used for debugging purposes to assert a condition that must be true. If the condition is false, an assertion error is thrown. Then we have a keyword which is known as const, and I want us to note these two keywords very well, which I've grouped together. These two keywords are no longer used in the current Java versions or Java editions. This is const, are reserved but not used. It was meant to be used for defining constant values, but it's not used in modern Java. Then goTo, which is reserved but not used in Java. It was intended for jumping to another part of code, but is not implemented in the language. You will find these two keywords still relevant in C, but in Java, current Java status, we don't have this. Then we have the other keyword, which is null, which represents the null reference which points to no objection in memory. Then in conclusion, I would say that these keywords that we have identified here cannot be used as identifiers, such as variable names, class names, or method names in Java. They are an integral part of Java programming language syntax. We shall be looking at what identifiers are as we progress with the unit, and we are saying before you give any name to a class or you give any name to a variable, you have to ensure that you have not used any of these reserved keywords that we have gone through. Thank you so much for viewing Rockel Show. Continue watching the show. We will continue educating you and sharing with you as time goes on. In case of any comment, please, if any mistake has been done, feel free to comment on our YouTube channel. Then, of course, remember, we value your comments, your views, and likes. Thank you so much.
Learning what's new with open minds, we engage and explore. Look a show, we inform, in wisdom we store. Through words we teach, and insights we proclaim. Together we grow, seeking knowledge flame. Lecture show, we share lessons in the air. Learning what's new with open minds.